Coming to the next part of this video, right? And we are talking about the photosynthesis. So this video we will be learning about the chemical reaction which is taking place in this photosynthesis. But before that, let me tell you one thing. The chlorophyll which we have learned in the previous video, that is where the chlorophyll is present, that is around the thylakoids. This chlorophyll gets activated by the sunlight. But what can we say about this chlorophyll, amount of chlorophyll, right? Amount of chlorophyll is sufficient in the green part of the plants. But this chlorophyll is actually very sensitive. It is because of that I have written sensitivity. So what is the sensitivity of the chlorophyll? The chlorophyll is very sensitive to the bright sunlight. Right? What does it mean? That it is getting activated by the sunlight, but it is highly sensitive to the scorching light. So when it is so sensitive, the sensitivity is too much. So what happens? It makes the chlorophyll to burn. Okay? It burns the pigment actually when there is too much of the scorching sunlight. So too much of the sunlight is also not very good for the plant, right? So because of that, sometimes we see in a very dry climate, where there is a scorching sunlight, so we see the leaves are turning into yellowish in color. Okay, so that is because of the destroying of the chlorophyll. The chlorophyll actually it gets degenerated again when it will be there in the again it will be in its own system, it will be getting degenerated. But actually what happens, it get destroyed in a bright sunlight, right? Again at the same time, if we see a particular grass which is growing underneath the shade of a big tree for a longer time, that grass also gradually turns into yellowish, because the sunlight is again making the chlorophyll to again rehappen or regenerate inside the cell. So if the sunlight is not there, prolonged shade of the grass, actually it may lead to the yellowish in color. Okay, so this point to be noted. Now we come to the very important process, that is the process of photosynthesis. When we learn about this process of photosynthesis, we have to know the raw materials which are needed. So first we know that carbon dioxide is a raw material which is needed. But from where it is coming from? Carbon dioxide comes inside the leaf cells from the air through the stomata. It is coming from the air through the stomata. What about this water? This water is coming from the soil water, right? Through the root hair cells. So we have already learned that how the water is entering inside this root hair cells through the osmosis. Now along with this carbon dioxide and water, the chlorophyll which is present inside the leaf, in presence of sunlight, it is making the glucose, right? And what is happening here, we will learn now the detailing of this process. So photosynthesis process can be differentiated into two phases, right? One is the light phase, another one is the dark phase. Now, what is a light phase? So right from the this particular word light, you understand that this phase involves sunlight. Because of that, it is known as a light phase. When we talk about a dark phase, this phase does not involve sunlight. So that is known as a dark phase. Now this light phase, where it takes place? It takes place in the chloroplast, but where it is taking place? This light phase is taking place in the thylakoids, right? In the thylakoids. And with the thylakoids, I will give a slash so that you understand, the chlorophylls are present. So these chlorophylls are mainly responsible for the photosynthesis. So what happens when the chlorophyll gets activated by the sunlight? So let us take this one as a sunlight, right? So this particular sunlight, it makes this chlorophyll to get activated. Sunlight is actually having the energy unit which is actually known as the photons, energy in the form of photons. This is actually making the chlorophyll to get activated, that is chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. This chlorophyll which is getting activated will act upon the water. the water which has already reached to the plant body, this will activate the water molecule and it will make the water molecule to split in this way. See the reaction, if the water molecule is getting splitted up, right, then it is forming what? The hydrogen ion. 4 hydrogen ion will be produced with the liberation of electrons, and obviously the oxygen will be also liberated out. So this is particularly happens because of this chlorophyll, activated chlorophyll. So activated chlorophyll, what it does, it is actually making the water to split. Right, split means it is making the water to break. And this particular process is known as photolysis. This particular process is known as photolysis. So how we define photolysis? Photolysis is defined as the splitting of the water molecules into the electrons as well as the hydrogen ion and oxygen in presence of sunlight with the help of this chlorophyll, right? You can arrange the language and you can write. So now over here, as we can see in the light phase, what is happening? First of all, this is the first step which we are learning now, that is the splitting of these water molecules. Now when these water molecules are splitted, as you can see, there will be the liberation of hydrogen ion, right? This hydrogen ion, which is there in the leaves itself, this hydrogen ion which is liberated, this will be reacting with a kind of a chemical present inside the leaf cells, and that chemical is NADP, nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate, right? This NADP will react with the, where it is present, obviously the question arises. It is in the leaves. It is a biomolecule. It is a chemical substance, you can say. It is a biomolecule, you can say. So this is actually reacting with this liberated hydrogen ion. From where this hydrogen ion came from? Let us go back again. It has come from this splitting of water molecules. And this is actually forming a compound named as NADPH. Right? NADPH. This will be needed in the last phase, that is the dark phase, right? Now what will happen to this oxygen? This oxygen, it will be liberated in the air as one of the byproduct. We have already learnt in the first video that what are the byproducts of photosynthesis. So if you don't remember, you can go back to the first video again and you can recheck it. So oxygen which is present, it is actually moving out in the air as a byproduct. And obviously this is very, very important for all the living organisms for survival, right? Now what will happen to this electron? So this electron is there. This electron, now it will be utilized to convert ADP. What is ADP? ADP is adenosine diphosphate, which is present as again the molecule inside the leaf cells, right? So this adenosine diphosphate, it will react with the inorganic phosphate, another inorganic phosphate, and in presence of obviously that electron, this electron will make to add up this particular inorganic phosphate with ADP. And when this inorganic phosphate will react with this ADP, this will turn into ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate. Di means 2, tri means 3. So this P is getting added here, so it is becoming triphosphate, which is nothing else but we know this is what? The energy molecule. So little bit of energy molecule is also produced. So here when we are talking about this phosphate getting added, this is process, this particular reaction, only this particular reaction is known as phosphorylation. So I am writing over here, it is known as phosphorylation. And this phosphorylation is taking place in the light phase. When it is taking place in the light phase, it is taking place in presence of sun. So because of that, it is also known as photophosphorylation. Right? It is known as the photophosphorylation. So this completes our light phase. dark phase as such is not so important in your this particular class, but in the dark phase what happens, the carbon dioxide which is there over here, this carbon dioxide and NADPH will be reacting together and they will actually give the glucose. They will actually form glucose. That I will write. I am just rubbing out this one. So we are talking about the dark phase here, right? So this dark phase, what is happening mainly, the carbon dioxide along with this NADPH, they both of them, they will react with each other and they will form glucose, C6H12O6, right? This is the main food which is getting produced in this process of photosynthesis, right? Now, what is happening over here, this dark phase where it is taking place, like we have learnt light phase is taking place in the thylakoids. Dark phase is also taking place inside the chloroplast, but where it is taking place, this one is taking place in the stroma. If you remember, the stroma is the ground substance of the chloroplast, right? So over here what is happening, because of all these things, only one glucose molecule will be produced here. Okay, now like this, with the water molecule, the one glucose molecule which is produced, obviously one glucose molecule will not be produced. In the whole process, many glucose molecules will be produced. Okay, so when this part is clear, so I'm just to make this include in one particular part. So I want to just write it down over here that when many glucose molecules will produce, so we can write over here several glucose molecules. They combine to form only one starch molecule. Starch is obviously the complex carbohydrate which is produced. Glucose is a simple carbohydrate. So when they produce one starch molecule, this particular process is known as polymerization. Polymerization. So that means we have come across over here photolysis terminology, photophosphorylation and polymerization. So this is the second video. We will continue with this particular chapter in the next video, that is video 3. Thank you.